Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a quick video just to go through different pieces of section 3. At this point, I think everybody should be finished with sections 1 and 2. I am still kind of going through and making comments on different plans as I go through. If I haven't gotten to yours yet, I will between now and Friday and give you some comments and so on. So just to reiterate a lot of these concepts, because I know we've gone over some things, but again, in light of all that has happened in the last few hours, days, I don't mind at all going back over some of this stuff. So in 3.1, this is where you're basically stating what is it that you are selling. How do you define your unit? Are you, for those people that are doing an app, it would be one download. If you have in-app purchases, this is where you would also mention that you have in-app purchases available. If you are selling one single item, it would be that one single item. If you're selling a subscription, it would be one subscription of, and you explain the details of what it is that you're selling. If you are selling in bulk by the dozens or by the 2 dozen, you would say exactly that. If you are a service business and you are charging per the hour, you would say 1 hour of XYZ. If you're having trouble defining your unit, please reach out to me and we can have a conversation and figure out, what the best unit, how to best describe your unit. And that's pretty much it for 3.1. In 3.2, you are required to discuss the process, the production process of your product or your service. And that's basically from point A to point B. Point A being you, the producer, manufacturer, retailer, whatever, however you described yourself in section 1. From point A to point B being to the customer. What does that process look like? The very first step, for example, if you're doing an app, the very first step is the customer visits the app store. The second step is customer searches the app. The third step is customer reads the description. Fourth, customer downloads the app. Fifth, customer interacts with the features of the app. And that's your production process. If you are a service business, your very first step should be a consultation of some sort. Customer consults or customer contacts the company. You consult and figure out what exactly the customer needs and how you can best service them. You complete the service, whatever it is, and then there's a transaction of some sort. All right, so it all depends. Just kind of visualize from whatever your product or your service is, and how do you get it from point A to point B, and that is what you list here in details. Which then takes us to section 3.3. Now I did mention this, that for some of you that are doing whether an app or a web service of some sort, if you're not selling anything physical, let's put it that way, if you're not selling anything physical, in 3.3 kind of does not relate to you because you're not offering anything physical. Now, if you are doing an app in addition to physical items, you would have to account for the physical items here. And all you need to do is to list out the materials that makes up that particular product. So let's say, for example, you actually, I should show you a couple. Let's show you some completed examples. Let me go back to my bear with me here. Let me go back to my drive and get a couple examples in. Let me see. Let me try and get a good one here. I think this one was a good one. I want to make this video no more than about 15 minutes. So we won't cover everything tonight. I'll send you, well, tonight morning, whenever you end up watching this, I will send you the other pieces. Okay, so 3.3, and I hope this one has it laid out. Perfect. This one has it laid out. So here's an example of 3.3. For this particular business, these young ladies were doing a subscription box of I think it was like a beauty box with makeup and stuff like, and clothing and things like that. So obviously they would need the box, they would need clothing, they would need clothing, so tops, bottoms, you know, pants, skirts, whatever. They would need makeup, and they would need accessories. Those were the things that would be inclusive in their box. And so your bulk price represents what the total amount that you're paying for buying the large quantities of whatever the item is. For their boxes, the bulk price was $24. So they were buying they were spending $24 on these boxes, which they would receive 25 boxes in total. That's your bulk quantity. Quantity per unit, meaning how many of the items are you selling to one customer? In this case, it was 1 box per customer. So quantity per unit would be 1 box. They define their unit. Let me go back up top here. Their unit was defined as a subscription of a beauty box. Head to toe will have the subscription options for customers. So they had 3 options: 2 boxes per season for a total of $8 per year, or 1 per season for a total of 4 per year. 8 boxes per year, 4 boxes per year. Or 3, you pick 2 seasons and then you get 2 boxes per year. So those were their options. Here's where they described their production process or the delivery. So see, it's pretty self-explanatory. Customer visits the website, they register, they prepare the box for them. The box is shipped, customer receives the box, they're happy, and the process is repeated. So back to 3.3, and I hope you all can see this clearly. I'm doing this from my cell phone. Let's go back up here. And so you do the bulk price, bulk quantity, how much do you need per unit, and then you figure what is the cost per unit. All right, to figure the cost per unit, you simply divide the quantity over price. All right, I hope I'm saying that right. And then the next step would be just factoring out all of that. Now, there's going to be a bit of research that's going to be involved here. So do your due diligence and figure out what materials do you need for the product that you're doing. Research how much it would cost. Research how much of it you would get or receive. And then what would be the quantity that you're selling. So for example, they are planning on buying assorted makeup costing them $500. Bulk quantity, just assorted. And then each box, their customer would receive 4 in each box, which would end up costing them per unit $25. All right. And then once you've figured out all your unit cost, you add it in total. For these young ladies, it ended up being $80.96. For labor, they weren't paying themselves any money for these boxes, I guess because they didn't really manufacture any of the items. They really were just packing the boxes, so they didn't charge for labor. Material cost is repeated here. Labor is still at 0, which makes your total COGS $80.96. All right, and that is section 3.1 through 3.3. Please remember there are also examples on your stream in your Google Classroom. So in addition to this video and those examples, please review. And if there are any questions, guys, please send me an email, put a question on stream so everybody can see it, because somebody else may have the same question. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope this message finds you all well, and hope to see you all soon. Bye bye.